Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. I am so happy to actually be bringing this to you, and it's actually coming a little bit late in the week, but nonetheless, it's here. This is Dancing with the Stars, and this is the semifinals. Now, a lot of you I know didn't get to actually see the show because, well, here in Pittsburgh, we had Monday Night Football, so it didn't actually come on until like 1:30 in the morning or something like that. So a lot of people didn't get to see the show, so I felt it very important, even though I was running behind schedule, very important that I actually put this one up. So, all right, here we go. Everybody had two dances, and it was two dances to the same song. One version of the song was like the regular version of the song, and then it was the exact same song, an unplugged version that they actually did. Fabulous. It was something to see. Okay, so first we had Sadie and Mark. Sadie and Mark started off with Ariana Grande's song, that One Less Problem or whatever it is, and they did a quick step. And, you know, Sadie's parents, they should be so proud of her. She's very talented. She's been very good on this show the whole time, and she has remained a complete lady the whole way through. They should be very, very proud of their daughter. She did a wonderful job. She really did. Her second dance, she had a real pretty, they had a real pretty dress on her, and the sides of it was actually black beaded lace, and the dress itself was like a jewel color. Real pretty. You know, it was a lot more grown up, but naturally still covered, but it still was a little sexy. She had, they did an Argentine tango, and they actually had a guitar. And, you know, Mark comes up every week. He comes up with these different things to keep the sexiness down and still make it interesting. They had a guitar in between them. They danced the whole dance, except for like the last 30 seconds, with a guitar in between them. And that kept them from actually being up against each other in such a sexual way. Brilliant. Brilliant. And the number was just fabulous. It really was. My hat's off to Mark at the things that he comes up with to get the job done and keep Sadie comfortable and keep her family comfortable with what's actually going on. So, you know, I love them as a couple. I really do. Next couple is actually Peta and Tommy. You know how I feel about Tommy. You know how I feel about Peta. You know, it's always a water fest, you know, when it comes to them for me, because I just love them. I do. I just love them. And America loves Tommy. He's still there, 76 years old. He is in the damn semifinals. Still there, still getting down. They did Tainted Love, which is one of my favorite songs. And all the versions of it that they changed, like when Rihanna did it. Just love it. Peta had on this bad black cat suit with the back completely out and a red strip of beads and whatnot going down the center of her back. Really, really sexy. Tommy was dressed in a black suit. Sharp. They did a jazz number. They came back. Was my favorite number of the night. My absolute favorite number of the night. They did Tainted Love. They did a rumba. The version of the song was off the chain. It was very staccato. You know I love staccato music. Peta was dressed like a marionette, and it was just so weird. It was so, I don't know, like Julianne said, it puts you in mind of the Nutcracker. It really did. It was like, I mean, you couldn't do anything. I was like sitting there, and I was like not breathing. I caught myself literally not breathing, watching them dance this dance. And by the time they got to the end, there was just tears rolling down my face. And I looked, and it was the same thing with the judges, which is weird. I'm always generally in sync with the judges and stuff, but it was something else. It was something else. It wasn't even about the skill of his dance or anything like that. The way that number came together, it was just eerie. How it came together, it was my favorite number of the night. Peta just cried and cried and cried. It was a mess. It was a water fest, but my favorite number of the night. The next couple that we have there for semifinals is Bethany and Derek. They did Jackson 5, I Want You Back. It was really, really cute. They did a samba first. Cute costumes. Very bubbly, very, you know, teenage. love story with the two guys and the girl, and she's in between them, and they bouncing back and forth. And they had a bench on stage, and then there's one point at the very end where Derek tries to steal a kiss, and the other guy tries to steal a kiss, and she kind of bent down to do something. When she looked up, they actually ended up kissing each other. It was real cute, real cheeky, and it just worked. It was good. It was nice. The next dance they did, it was naturally a contemporary version of it, and they had like an actual picture frame with the center empty, and they danced the whole number with the picture frame, and it was absolutely beautiful. They literally floated across that ballroom floor. It was excellent. It was excellent. I'm so sorry that a lot of people didn't get to actually see this. This was actually one of the best shows of the season. Hopefully there will be, if you check YouTube, hopefully there will be some of the performances, you'll be able to find them somewhere on YouTube, because this definitely, some of these things were a must see. They really, really were. The next couple were Val and Janelle. They did this Blame It on the Night thing, and it was a Paso Doble. This was my second favorite of the night. It was so haunting as well. It was very haunting. It was very fast moving. There was a lot of attitude and a lot of acting in it. And they killed it. They killed it. They used the whole floor, top and bottom. And they killed it. She had this black dress. You know, it was a lot of black lace. He's in all black. Really weird. Like I said, it was very haunting. It put me a lot in mind of Interview with the Vampire, is what I actually came through. And they were so intense, the both of them. At one part of the number, I felt like she was leading. It was very, very Interview with the Vampire and Queen of the Damned. I loved it. That was my second favorite of the night. And naturally, you know, it got all 10s. It got all 10s from the judges. The next thing they came back, they had it was an Argentine tango. Flawless. They were dressed. The first thing, because they're a couple. So the first thing that I saw when I looked at them, I said, this is something else. I said, I'm liking this. It looked like a wedding. It looked like a wedding where they had changed out of their regular stuff, and he has a shirt and pants, and his shirt's open. She has a white dress that looked like a wedding dress. It's like lace, real high slit up on one side, and beaded fringe, and all white lace, and a lot of sheer illusion. It looked like it would be a husband and wife that could dance, taking a dance during the wedding. So just picture that. And then he did these lifts on her that put me right in mind of, and all my younger people who don't know what I'm talking about, Dance Fever. It reminded me of Dance Fever, these lifts that he did on her. If you don't know what Dance Fever is, go and Google it. It's a show that used to come on back in the early 80s that was like the premier dance show. It was the Dancing with the Stars of that time, basically. People would compete and all of that stuff. But that's what it reminded me of, Dance Fever. And I used to get very excited about that show as well. I watched it every week. But flawless. Everybody who's there actually deserves to be there. They really do. Fabulous. Next we had Alfonso and Whitney. And this was basically the couple of the night, because Alfonso, the child is, he had a groin injury. Now he has a back injury. His back is really messed up, okay? They did an Argentine tango. It was literally perfect. It was perfect. There wasn't one step out of sync. It was perfect. When it was over, you could see in his face that his back was hurting so bad. He literally went into tears. And it was tears. They asked him and everything. He's like, it's tears from hurting. It's tears from being glad that that part of it is over. It was so intense, but he made it through it. Changed. Then he came back. They did a contemporary number, and he powered through that. And again, when he started moving, you didn't even know he had the back injury. He just powered through it. Couple of the night, because having to dance through pain is not a joke. And I mean, there were a lot of lifts, and again, it was Argentine tango. I mean, he was lifting her and carrying on, and that's very snatch and jerk. You know what I mean? That's hell on your back. So they were the couple of the night as far as I was concerned. So moving on to the finals going next week. Tommy and Peter were actually eliminated, and that was heartbreaking, but they got a whole standing ovation across the whole hall. Wonderful. You know, it's just time to go. It is what it is. At this point, I'm just so in. I don't even care who wins. I don't care. Like, I don't want to have to choose. Let America do it. I love every couple that is there. Every dancer that is involved at this point. I don't even care who wins. I just want to see them dance. I just want to see them do the show because I know it's going to be fabulous. So basically, guys, that is it. That's all I have. Like I said, please go into YouTube and try to find the actual performances because some of those things you really need to see. I'm telling you, that marionette number with Peter and Tommy, there's not even enough words for me to explain to you what actually went on. You have to see it for yourself. But anyway, guys, that's it for the semifinals for season 19. The finals are coming up in a couple days. I will definitely make it my business to have that video out definitely on time. I love you guys. Thank you so much for following. And you're always so understandable when I'm running a little bit late. Hey, keep following me. I'll keep doing the best I can to keep these things coming to you. Guys, thumbs up or thumbs down. You know how that works. And I'll see you guys later. See you for the finals. Bye, guys.